The WWE Superstar Shakeup has fans wondering what the impact will be for superstars who have joined the Raw and Smackdown live rosters. Join us now as Wrestlelamia analyzes the 2019 Shakeup. Superstars on Raw. With the WWE moving SmackDown to Fox, it remains to be seen whether it will continue to treat Raw as its flagship show. If Raw remains the WWE's golden child, any move to the red brand presents a big opportunity. But as we'll see, there can be some drawbacks in some cases. Number 1. The Miz. If Raw is no longer the WWE's flagship show, it's a big move for The Miz to be on the red brand. But he may have been better on SmackDown, as it's difficult to imagine The Miz going far as a babyface on a roster already packed with top faces. The Miz is one superstar who might be hurt by this move. Number 2. The Viking Experience, aka NXT Tag Team Champions The War Raiders. Like most pop culture trends, the WWE missed the boat with the History Channel's popular series Vikings, but the current NXT Tag Team Champions couldn't have landed at a better roster. As we've discussed in earlier videos, Raw's tag team roster needs some propping up, and the Viking Experience could make a big splash if they're booked strong. Number 3. Cedric Alexander. It's always difficult to tell how a cruiserweight star will fare on the main roster. Former cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander is likely to find himself counting the lights in singles action on Raw unless the WWE changes its booking of its cruiserweights against heavyweights. If the WWE moves towards tag team matches with its cruiserweights, as it's occasionally done with acts such as the Lucha House Party, Alexander may do alright for himself on Raw. Barring that, his best chances are an occasional appearance on Raw to supplement regular appearances on 205 Live. Number 4. Andrade. Andrade's move to Raw is interesting for two reasons. The first is that Rey Mysterio's move to Raw suggests the two will continue their program, which is rumoured to lead to the two forming a tag team. The second reason is he's in the right place for a second tier wrestler to be in. Regardless of whether he teams with Rey Mysterio, Andrade is a natural fit for a program against upper card stars and perhaps even Universal Championship matches. Andrade could benefit from a team with Rey, but he should get the opportunity to branch out on his own. Number 5. Zelina Vega. Vega's run as TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion and her tenure in NXT shows she's more than just Andrade's partner in crime. She's capable of competing for either singles or women's gold in the women's division. Certainly Vega will have to work hard given how flush the women's roster is with talent, as is the men's roster. She's currently better off pursuing tag team gold, as the WWE hasn't pushed her hard enough for any credible challenge to the women's championship, particularly with the WWE seeming to lean towards unifying the two women's titles. Number 6. Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is at the point in his career that he's going to do the same whether he's on Raw or SmackDown. Raw fans will be happy to see the master of the 619, but other than a possible run with the Raw Tag Team Championship, Rey is going to stay put as a contender rather than a champion. Number 7. The Usos. Raw couldn't have asked for a better team from SmackDown to jump ship and help its sinking tag team division. The WWE did a great job building up the Usos into a solid tag team on SmackDown Live, giving them significant wins and tag team championship reigns. They've proven they can work with a variety of teams, and while the Usos are experienced, they still have many years left in their careers. They can play babyface or heel equally well, and should have some fresh matchups with Raw's tag teams. Number 8. Naomi. Two-time SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi may join the ranks of other women's champions who find themselves embroiled in the WWE's tag team division or a feud with another single star. She may get an occasional title shot at the Women's Championship, but if 2018 is any indication, she's going to stay out of the main event for the foreseeable future. Number 9. Eric Young. It's a shame that Sanity never received much of a push on SmackDown, but it's certainly no surprise given the number of NXT stars to stumble once they hit the main roster. Eric Young has shown that he's great at playing comedic characters, and his best shot may be to become Raw's comic relief. Otherwise, it's likely the 39-year-old superstar's time on Raw will involve him putting over many opponents, barring a jump to 205 Live. Number 10. Lacey Evans. It's clear the WWE is big on Lacey Evans, considering her impressive showing at the 2019 Royal Rumble, where she lasted over 29 minutes before Charlotte eliminated her. Currently, Evans seems like the #1 contender for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship, and may even score a surprise win over the man. Unlikely. But even if Evans comes up short, a strong showing against Lynch could transform her into a top star overnight. Number 11. Ricochet. With Finn Balor gone to SmackDown, Ricochet doesn't have a secondary title to shoot for, which suggests he should continue his team with Aleister Black until he develops into a top star. His size puts him at a disadvantage on Raw in terms of singles gold, but as Rey Mysterio showed back during the Ruthless Aggression era, smaller wrestlers can excel given the opportunity. Number 12. Aleister Black. Aleister Black should continue his team with Ricochet for the foreseeable future, and it's clear the fans enjoy the pairing. They'd fit perfectly amongst Raw's new tag team division additions. And number 13. AJ Styles. AJ Styles made the jump to Raw at the right time as he's done everything possible on SmackDown Live, enjoying WWE Championship runs. Father Time hasn't slowed Styles down, and he has a number of outstanding opponents waiting to throw down with. The biggest question will be whether Styles is thrown into the Universal Championship scene or not. But those were superstars who moved to Raw. What about SmackDown Live? With SmackDown Live moving to Fox this fall and the WWE expected to deliver solid ratings, there's pressure on Vince McMahon to stabilize the WWE's ratings and find a way to bump them back up. While there's different opinions of how much the two brands will interact on television, the WWE has clearly made some big moves with the blue brand. The question is, will the WWE be able to book these new arrivals with existing stars to create must-see TV? Number 1. WWE Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor. Finn Balor was just picking up steam on Raw, but truth be told, the Intercontinental Championship is about the best he's ever going to do as long as Vince McMahon makes the final call. Balor has some new matchups on SmackDown, and it's interesting that the WWE has both secondary titles on its show. Number 2. Lars Sullivan. After personal problems sabotaged a big program against John Cena, fans were curious as to when Lars Sullivan would arrive on the main roster. If his recent beatdown of Raw superstars is any hint, the WWE plans on giving Sullivan a big push. He's got the size, look and charisma to make for some big man programs or David vs Goliath style matchups. Sullivan is actually better on SmackDown as it needs a monster heel. Number 3. BAYLEY. BAYLEY's career got a much needed shot in the arm when she won the Women's Tag Team Championship with Sasha Banks. With rumours still circulating that Sasha wants out of the WWE, it's unclear how BAYLEY will do in the women's division. Her singles career hasn't been the same since her poorly booked program against Alexa Bliss, and it's unclear if the WWE sees her as any type of draw. Considering the WWE pulled the plug on the Boss and Hug Connection's tag team title reign after a few months, the WWE may not see much in BAYLEY as a feature player. Number 4. Ember Moon. It's difficult to say whether SmackDown will prove any better for Ember Moon than Raw, simply because she's just returned from her injury. Her performance in the 2018 Money in the Bank ladder match and 2019 Royal Rumble, where she lasted 52 minutes, hinted a role as a contender for the Women's Championship. Much of this depends on whether the WWE unifies the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship, as unification naturally means less opportunities for everyone on the women's roster. Number 5. Kairi Sane. True to form, the WWE seems to feel that since Kairi Sane and Asuka hail from Japan, they naturally belong together as a tag team. Both Kairi and Asuka are world-class performers, so a tag team could help give them something to do, mainly winning the Women's Tag Team Championship and enjoying a long reign. She'll join Asuka as a talented superstar stymied by her national origin. Number 6. Buddy Murphy. With Kofi Kingston having won the WWE Championship, anything is possible for the WWE smaller athletes, especially on SmackDown, which features less than larger-than-life wrestlers than Raw. Murphy had a respectable run with the Cruiserweight Championship, and the WWE could see him as a potential upper-card star, much like it did with Kofi Kingston until Kofi's transition into tag team action with the New Day. He's on the right roster if he's going to branch out from 205 Live, so his move to SmackDown can only be seen as a positive. Number 7. ELIAS. ELIAS has been entertaining the Raw audience with interrupted guitar concerts for some time now, so it only seems fair that the fans on SmackDown Live get a chance to see ELIAS interrupted. The tragic part of this is that the WWE seems blind to ELIAS's in-ring talents, something his fans and wrestling analysts think is a tremendous waste of his possible contributions. And number 8. Roman Reigns. If SmackDown Live needed a big star, it got one with Roman Reigns. While it's still too early to tell if the WWE Universe has warmed up to Reigns following his return from his battle with leukemia, he is seen as a true main event player by the WWE. If the fans agree, SmackDown has the main event babyface it needs to anchor the blue brand. If not, the WWE may be scrambling to find another main event babyface. This of course depends how long Kofi Kingston is pushed at the main event. But there you have it guys, our analysis and complete listing of the 2019 Superstar Shakeup. What do you guys think of the moves WWE made? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.